You learn to be happy? My guest this morning says, yes, you can. And joining me this morning is the Harvard psychology lecturer, Tal Ben Shahar, and his new book is Happier, Learn the Secrets to Daily Joy and Lasting Fulfillment. And good to have you here.
Thank you.
Your course, and you have taught, more people have signed up for your course, is an amazing fact than any other professor in all the time of Harvard. So that's saying something. People want to learn how to be happy. And it seems like, when you say learning, how can you learn to be happy? You would think that people are either happy or they're not, and they're kind of born that way. But I guess that's not the case?
Yeah, well, there is some genetic predisposition that we all have toward being happier. There are some people who are born with the optimistic spoon, so to speak. I often tell my students that I'm the right person to teach the class, and the reason is because I wasn't born with that spoon. I actually had to work hard at it. I have to work hard at it. And there are certain tips, certain ideas, certain exercises that we can do and become happier.
Tell us about what might be at the top of that list for people to increase their happiness quotient in their lives.
Yeah, well, there are two things. One is the quality of experiences. So if we can identify experiences in our lives that are more meaningful as well as more pleasurable to us, we will become happier. So, for example, spending time with a family, finding work that is engaging to us. So that is the quality of experiences. But it's not just quality, it's also quantity of experiences. Very often, especially in our world today, people try and do too many things, and there is too much of a good thing.
These things that you're talking about, they're very simple things. These are not things that are, this is some kind of, deep thing that you're talking about. These are simple things that maybe your mother told you.
Yeah, they're common sense. But as Voltaire once said, common sense is not that common, especially when it comes to applications. And one of the things that I encourage students to do, one of the things that I encourage the readers to do is to take what I call a time in as opposed to a time out. To think about the things that make us happier, to think about maybe I'm doing too much, maybe I should say no to something so that I can say yes to myself.
Learning to say no is a very difficult thing for a lot of people in our world today.
Yeah, one of the shortest words and yet one of the most difficult words to utter. There was an exercise or a study by Daniel Kahneman, Nobel Prize winner, showing that women don't generally enjoy spending time with their kids. And that was a very surprising study. And it wasn't the fact that they didn't love their kids. For most of them, the most meaningful thing in their lives were their children. But what actually happened was that when they were with their kids, they weren't really with their kids, meaning they were on the cell phone, they were doing email, they were thinking about things that they had to do or will have to do, as opposed to being present. And one of the lesson here is that we need to simplify. Nothing will happen if our phone is off for 2 hours when we're spending time with our loved ones. Nothing will happen if we switch our email off when we do some work or when we spend time with friends. Simplifying our lives, doing less rather than more. Quantity affects quality.
So do you think that simplifying is the key or one of the keys to living in the present and experiencing something when it happens?
Absolutely. Simplifying, again, especially in our world today when we have so many things on our plates. Doing less actually leads to more happiness.
The book has been out for about a month now. What kind of response have you gotten to the book?
Well, interesting responses. I get emails from people who are surprised to see a quote-unquote self-help book from an academic class. And my response to that is that this is what academia should be about. It should be about making people's lives better. It should be about improving our world. And this book is applied psychology.
All right, so we can learn it then.
Absolutely.
The book is called Happier, Learn the Secrets to Daily Joy and Lasting Fulfillment. I know you're going to be having a book signing and discussion tonight at the Borders on Boylston Street in Boston. What time is that, Tal?
That's tomorrow night at 7 p.m.
Tomorrow night at 7.
Tonight it's at Porter Square.
Very good. Okay. And we'll have that information here at NECN.com. Good to have you here, and have a happy day, I suppose.
Thank you. You too.